taught that you should constantly look out for your family, including your children. You are a father for the rest of your life if you have children. We kindly request privacy. But Rick did post a picture of himself with his baby on Instagram with the comment, "You will always be in my heart. Adam, I adore you." Several well-known individuals, like YouTuber Dennis Road and Donald Trump Jr., paid their condolences to Adam in the comments section. Later, Rick told Fox News, "We need to take our country's fentanyl problem more seriously. It appears that nothing is being done to stop it from just flowing across the boundaries. We have to perform better." Richard Harrison seems to have always been the unrestrained individual that he portrayed himself as on Pawn Stars. Ask Rick, who got punched in the face as a teenager for cursing at his father. "I am lying on the ground," Rick remarked on Fox News as he recalled the incident. "Old enough to talk to me like a man, old enough to beat your ass like one," he says, glancing at me. "I simply stood up, left, and didn't mention it again." Rick chose to view his father's agonizing reaction as a teaching moment rather than as a kind of child abuse. "He really changed my perspective on life and how words have meaning," he said to Fox. "He was simply a remarkable person. He taught that words have meaning and that life goes on anyway. He was simply a remarkable person." Harrison was sued in 2022 over who owned the gold and silver porn business that made his family famous all across the world. And in a twist fit for a tabloid, his own mother, Joanne, was the one bringing the lawsuit. The matriarch, who is believed to have inherited 49% of the business, said she had been tricked into giving up a majority stake. Additionally, she claimed that her son had not given her all of its financial records. According to the Las Vegas Review-Journal, Rick was certain that he had done nothing wrong and stated that the allegations are false, "and I think that my 81-year-old mother is being manipulated by others for their personal gain." Months later, things worsened when Joanne chose to get a restraining order against her son, allegedly to prevent him from embezzling any of her possessions. In 2024, Harrison experienced the biggest dread of any parent when his 39-year-old son, Adam, passed away unexpectedly. Although a coroner's investigation eventually showed that it was a combination of methamphetamine and fentanyl, a family spokesman told People that the cause was a fentanyl overdose. Following the heartbreaking news, the Harrisons issued a brief statement to the media, saying, "Our family is deeply devastated by Adam's passing. As we mourn his passing." Rick's dad, a tough guy who didn't hesitate to inform clients that they had brought in a piece of rubbish, frequently outperformed him on the reality TV show Porn Stars. Richard Harrison passed away in 2018 at the age of 77, tragically causing a significant loss for the reality TV program as well as those who knew and loved him. Rick called his father, who had fought Parkinson's disease for years, his hero in a touching Instagram tribute. "That I got to share him with so many others and they got to see what a great family man he was," he captioned the photo. "I am thankful to have had that encounter with him." Additionally, Rick posted pictures of his father on Porn Stars, showing him as the elderly guy and in his youthful Navy days. He went on to say, "He lived a very full life, and through the History television show, Porn Stars touched the lives of people all over, teaching them the value of loving your family, hard work, and humor. Sherry was born with Down syndrome and was crippled. She brought joy into my life." Harrison holds a special place in his heart as the national spokesperson and board member of the Epilepsy Foundation. After all, the reality TV personality was diagnosed with a neurological condition at the age of 8. "I suffer from epilepsy. Between the ages of 8 and 18, I experienced seizures." Harrison spent a large portion of his life recuperating in bed since he had suffered such serious muscle damage as a child. Fortunately, the native of North Carolina managed to manage the illness. He clarified in a foundation interview that the best way to entertain myself was to read, so I became very interested in history books. "I love to read. I'm a voracious reader. I mean, I spend hours each night reading." Harrison is committed to help raise money for the condition even though his seizures fortunately ended as he grew older. "It has been rewarding," Rick stated of his humanitarian work with Fox News. "I spend a few hundred hours a year helping them raise money, connecting with children, and generally enjoying myself while doing it." Death, sickness, and a face blow. Outside of the spotlight, Rick Harrison has experienced innumerable tragedies and failures. In 1965, Rick Harrison was born in Lexington, North Carolina, to Joanne, his mother, and Richard, a veteran of the United States Navy. Joseph and Sherry, two older siblings, also welcomed him. But sadly, his sister Sherry, who had Down syndrome, passed away when she was 6 years old. In an interview with the Navy Times, Richard, who was known as the old man on Porn Stars, discussed his only daughter. The family patriarch clarified that he had previously served in the military and then re-enlisted to assist in covering Sherry's medical expenses. Rick also disclosed in his biography, License to Porn, that Sherry's passing still had a profound effect on him decades later. "Joanne and I have been married for 51 years, and there have been some ups and downs along the way," he remarked, referring to his lengthy marriage. "We've experienced heartbreak on occasion.